So I take it we're recording now.
Why would you think that we're recording?
Just because.
Well,
Doesn't everybody record everything they do?
we're all sitting here in that eerily familiar configuration.
Sitting here in a sort of disfigured semicircle in front of a microphone thing, and I pushed a button twice. Why would you think we're recording our voices?
That's
I
what
don't know.
professionals
I'm just sitting
do.
here enjoying limp, soggy bacon.
Limp soggy bacon. That reminds me of a limp soggy something else. That one time that I wasn't drunk, but I wish I was.
Yes, I'm enjoying a Bacon King from Burger King.
I don't like Burger King's bacon. It's weird and gross. There's something fucking about its flavor. It's too strong or too salty, or I don't know what it is.
You know what? I would bet that their bacon comes pre-cooked because Denny's bacon comes pre-cooked.
Yeah, if something at Denny's comes pre-cooked, then you can bet Burger King is not getting fresh. You think any of those kids behind the counter know how to cook bacon? Something that if it's not cooked right, people will die?
Yeah, fully cooking pork.
Yeah.
Even though it's thin strips.
Well, either way, it's bacon, and I like it.
Bacon is salty.
Hell, their burger
So
patties
it's good.
are probably already cooked. They just send them through that little flame doodle with a conveyor belt that you see just to make it like give it the flame grilled whatever. So technically it's flame grilled, even though it wasn't cooked that way. It was just heated that way.
It's probably flame grilled before they even received it.
No,
It had those those flame char marks put onto it ahead of time,
Yeah,
and then they
some
slapped
guy
it
in
on
a
a flat
factory
grill.
with like a cattle prod. Every burger just goes by on the conveyor belt, and he just goes. Pokes one. Oh, this one's too fresh. Sell it as chicken. Next.
So, yeah, we don't have a Burger King up where Jason and I live. So, here for the last 2 months or so, we've been eating at Burger King every time we come down and visit West.
I'm not getting puzzle pieces or anyone anymore, so I guess that's over.
Yeah, that was the plus of going there, is because we get people on our
Not a
3DS
single
for the
one.
Street Pass, and apparently there was nobody today.
Like, getting people and
You should have
they
gone
don't
to
have pieces
McDonald's.
is one thing, but
I can't
not
stand
getting-
McDonald's.
I went to McDonald's about a week ago or something, and I just went through the drive-thru, but I had my 3DS, so it caught the thing, and then it's like, yay, more people. Out of 1,600 and something pieces, I'm only missing 150 or so.
That's
Yeah.
a lot of pieces.
Every once in a while, I crave having like a slight chemical burn at the back of my throat as I'm eating my food. So then I go to McDonald's. But otherwise,
Yeah, that's what they advertise.
I always get something else at the other end when I eat McDonald's.
oh, you get a slight chemical burn at the other end.
Yeah. So,
I don't
But-
know what's wrong with you people. I think it's tasty. I mean, I wouldn't want to eat it all the time,
which is what I did.
But
So, yeah, I can't eat it anymore.
once in a while, French fries are good.
Yeah, you know,
French fries are good if they're hot and fresh. Let's say.
instead of like microwaving them and then tasting styrofoam.
Oh God, no! I haven't microwaved those French fries in like 20 years because I realized
Because
it
you
was
made a
gross.
mistake
Yeah.
and you learned from it.
Yeah.
That is
So if
something
you
you
get
never
fries, it's
ever
like-
do.
Regardless of what state these fries are in, when I get them, I'm going to be eating them right away because otherwise
Yeah.
they're just going to get nastier.
Yeah, there's no saving French fries once they start getting cold.
It's not just McDonald's fries
It's
either.
any.
It's any French
Yeah.
fries, any of them.
Burger Kings are a little more salable than that, but not by a whole lot. They're like a little hardier. You could heat them up a little bit if you had to warm them up when you get home and they're already pretty warm. You just wanted to make them a little bit hotter, maybe.
I've reheated Denny's fries and they're terrible too. It's just they for some reason just get really dry and
Aren't they like those thicker,
Yeah, they're the
kind of
thick
steak
cut-
fries?
Yeah, they're
on
like
the-
long
a
things.
wavy cut, almost. They're almost like the size of a steak cut fry or whatever,
Yeah.
but they're like a weird wavy cut, so they're a little thinner or something. I don't know.
Okay.
They're pretty good.
I haven't gotten anything from Denny's in a long time, really.
Yeah, about the only French fries I really enjoy are Jack in the Box's curly fries.
Yeah, the
We don't
Denny
have a
the
Jack in
Denny's
the Box isn't run by high kids, so
Yeah, I haven't been to Jack in the Box in almost 2 years.
what is it about curly fries that make them so much better than regular seasoned fries that are just straight?
Because they're curly.
Exactly.
The spring part.
they've got, yeah, they twirl around and they make like a hole shape. And there's something that feels good about a hole, like with a donut or cheese. There's something good about a hole. It feels right. Did I say that out loud?
Yes.
Oh no!
Doesn't it suck when you get Swiss cheese, like a slice of Swiss cheese on something, and it doesn't have a hole in it? You
I
feel
don't think
you
I've
feel like you
ever
I
got
don't know if
gypped.
that's ever happened to me.
It's happened to me before, and it's like I know I'm getting more cheese technically, but I still feel like I'm getting gypped because Swiss cheese is supposed to have a hole in it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've never seen a piece of Swiss cheese
it's
that
the
didn't have a
novelty
hole.
of it.
Yeah, I guess I've worked with enough Swiss cheese that I've seen it all.
Yeah, Mr. Food Prepping Cook.
But I don't do that anymore, and I'm happy.
What do you do
Career
now?
change.
Nothing. Just kidding. I do something.
A thing.
I was gonna say, hey, just like me. Oh, never mind.
So yeah, when we go to Burger King, between Jason and myself, we eat enough food for like 7 people.
And this stupid
And-
punk behind the counter looks at us stupid, like, oh, you really ordered all that. It's like, shut up.
You buy enough food for 7 people, but
Don't
Jason-
judge me.
Jason-
You make minimum wage at a fucking ghetto-y ass Burger King. And
Jason, you usually bring like 3 of those little cheeseburgers
Yeah,
back with
I'll
you,
get a
and
few of
then
them
Lauren
and-
usually bring a couple of hot dogs back with you. So
Yeah.
you don't.
Yeah.
I'll get a few
I
sitting
mean,
there, and
we-
then take the rest home and microwave them later, because I can heat up the hamburgers like the next day, and they're literally like
As
taste
long
the
as there's
same
no
and have
lettuce on them.
Yeah, there isn't. But they literally taste the same and have like the same consistency pretty much, and that's pretty good for, microwaving it.
Well, I could sit there and eat all that food in one sitting, but by the time we get our food, Wes, you're usually finishing
Yeah, also
yours.
you guys are nearly
'Cause-
done, and we're waiting.
Yeah,
for
we're
ours.
waiting for our order.
Yeah,
'cause they're
I
like,
get
"Oh my
get
God."
2 normal meals, and you guys get like a mountain of food. Then.
Well,
Yeah.
this time they cooked it.
Yeah, they got it
quickly.
really
It was
fast.
just the
It took
dumbass
forever to-
ordering our food was like staring at us like we're Martians, and he's like, ugh, and he's trying to sit there figuring out how to do things, and you had the same thought. Like afterwards, I sat down. I'm literally like, that guy must be new because he didn't know what the hell he was doing.
Yeah, and then I pointed out that his above his name badge, it literally said on his name badge, assistant
Yeah,
manager.
he was the assistant manager. It's like, well, fuck. And you said like, oh, I said the same thing, and then I said the same thing when I found out that. It's like,
It was hilarious.
God,
I-
really?
What we can figure is maybe he got hired on as an assistant manager and,
And
had
was
never
being
actually
trained.
done it before.
Yeah. But
So-
he's never even been an employee ever at the place, or he's only been like some paper pushing assistant manager. I don't want to do any actual work. I just want to delegate tasks to other kids at the.
Yeah,
I don't
usually
know.
usually if those places are gonna hire somebody as a manager, like without having been there before as a normal employee, they'll have had some manager experience somewhere, but it doesn't necessarily have to be food. So maybe he got hired on as assistant manager and he was just training, so he didn't know anything yet. And managers have to be trained on everything.
Yeah, you
so
gotta
that
know
they
everything.
can so that they can cover for anybody. But
Still, like, it's
Yeah.
a fucking fast food screen. Like, I can tell you quite well, those things are not complicated. It's all organized, really stupid easy, and it's probably even dumber and easier now, because, hell, the one I was running on, like, the machine I had, even though it's touchscreen, it was, like, literally running on, like, a DOS prompt program, like a Q Basic Quicken type deal. Fastback Plus. It was fucking terrible. But it was still organized easily. And he's sitting there like, how do I make a small soda large? And it's like, you Lappy, slap. Move out of the way. I'll do it. Go earn your 20 cents more in minimum wage and washing dishes. Assistant manager. Jesus Christ.
Although if they do it the way Denny's did it, like, well, they might have done the assistant managers differently, but there were these like shift leads. They were servers that were trained. Well, I do air quotes right now that you can't see, but trained as managers to cover the manager's days off. Well, one of them literally got no training. She was made a shift lead, got thrown on a Saturday night,
Great.
and I was cooking by myself, and I was going, fuck, why isn't the manager helping me cook? Because I'm here by myself, and they have like 3 servers up front. And I was fuming about it. And then she came back and she said, I'm really sorry I'm not helping you, but they didn't train me to cook at all. Oh, great.
Here, I'll teach you. This is an egg. You stick it in the frying pan. Go.
And then she came back there to help me, and she's like, do I put butter in the pan before I drop the eggs in it? Leave! Because it's going to be harder with you back here.
Yeah, never mind. I want to do this myself.
I'll do it better without you.
It's either bad or worse. I pick bad. Go away.
Yeah, I know what those situations are like. It's like, oh, here's somebody that knows nothing about what you're doing. They can help you, right? No.
Here's a body to get in your way. Train them.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was actually one Saturday night where...
Make this meat popsicle less of a burden on society.
Yeah, there was one Saturday night I was by myself in the kitchen again with that same manager that hadn't learned anything yet, and I had been there for, I want to say 5.5 hours probably, 5.5, 6 hours. I hadn't had my lunch break yet because nobody could cover me, and it was busy the whole time. So I finally just threw up everything and I said, I'm taking a break, figure it out. And I left the kitchen. And then when I came back, the manager was back there with 2 of the servers and they were trying to figure it out and they couldn't. I was like, leave, I'll do it.
You are stupid, wasteful, wasty people.
Everybody's got to wait 30 minutes for their food.
I had to take my break because otherwise I would have killed everyone. Also, it's the law. I have to take a break every however long it is, isn't it?
Yeah, you have to take it within 5 hours of clocking on.
Yeah.
You have to take a lunch break within 5 hours.
Like, that was when I figured that out, over a decade ago, whenever I was working at Taco Bell, is like, when they're like, they ask, like, if I was working a long day, they'd ask me, like, hey, how long have you been working? I don't know, 6 hours almost. And they'd go, like, oh my God, you gotta take a break. And I'm like, why? I'm working and I feel fine and it makes the day go faster. And they're like, no, you gotta take a break. It's like, fine. So I would grab a cup of water or soda or something, sit down in the dining room and just fucking sit there for 10 minutes doing nothing. And then I would get up and go back to work. It's like, thanks for fucking nothing.
Yeah, but by that point, like, I was super hungry too, and it was just making everything worse.
Yeah.
It's like,
I mean,
cooking all
if
this
I was
food
really
and I'm
hungry, that'd be
it's
okay.
like,
But at the time, I was just...
I want to eat that, I want to eat that, I want to eat that. I want to eat all these fucking plates right now in front of the customer that ordered it.
Hey, you just ordered this? I'm going to eat it, and then I'm going to go on my lunch break, so you'll have to wait for me to come back in 30 minutes, and then I'll cook you another one.
I just want to stand right in front of their table and just eat their food while
eating your food.
While just looking directly into their eyes angrily, just not saying anything.
You got the Grand Slam. I'm going to eat it. Oh, look at these pancakes. You're just, like, licking them, like, slowly shoving them in your mouth. And it's all gross.
Not even eating half of it, just the other half just dropping on the floor.
Yeah, just licking it and tossing it. Oops. I'm done with that piece.
Anyway, I've had my angry rant from the past.
Feel better now, right?
That's all this is.
Yeah.
That's all we do here.
That's true.
To Noël
if you've listened to the podcast before, yeah, pretty much the same stuff.
Twin Foai. I read that backwards.
So, Lauren, you bought this 4 comic miniseries because of a particular reason.
Yes. We were at the comic shop, and Wes spotted this comic, like the issue 1, and its title is Eye of Newt.
Familiar, yet fresh.
Huh.
Yeah.
Where have we heard that before?
And I was like, hey, that's neat. That's the name that we have for our YouTube channel.
They stole it from us. They should pay us
some
tens of
years
dollars.
before we decided to do this.
Yeah.
Probably.
No, we totally invented it first. We just didn't get around to
We
it.
totally didn't take it from anything else ever.
No,
But yeah, it's like
completely
it was only
original.
$4 for the issue, and it's like, well, it's one of 4. Are the other ones there? And he dug around. And, yep, here's all 4 of them. It's like, okay, well, I guess I'll get all of them and read it and see what it's about.
Wow.
It's actually pretty good.
Wow.
I'm surprised it's not a movie.
Wow.
There were magic-y things. You know, it's probably just because it's not popular at all.
Actually,
Wow.
if you read it all, you'll find out it is actually a popular subject.
Really?
It's a very popular subject.
I know, newts are
See,
weird.
you haven't read it all. I read it all before we started this, and you will find out it is a very popular subject. If you,
Like the
once you
comic
read it.
itself got popular?
They're like lizards, but
Well, I don't know if
not.
the comic got popular, but
Yeah, see, the comic probably is like...
they're new lizards.
Nobody
That's why they
freaking
call
yeah,
them
knows
probably
about
newts.
nobody's heard of the comic, but it is a very popular subject
Okay.
once you read it.
Hmm.
So
Neat. I mean, there's like magic-y wizards and witches and stuff and dragons
yeah,
and whatnot.
it's about an apprentice mage who has to go on a quest to, because every mage is like given a staff, and they have to find
They say,
an
figure
element.
it out.
It's an element of magical power that they have to put at the top of their staff. They have to go find it themselves in the netherworld, I think they call
Netherworld.
it.
My
Yeah.
element is hot sauce.
So it's like the more powerful this thing they get, the more powerful the wizard can be. And so the main wizard who sends his apprentice off tells him, you better go find the strongest one or don't bother coming back at all.
He's like, yeah, I'd rather you die there than not get the strongest thing.
Yeah, that's
Screw
actually
up.
what he says. It's like, I would rather you never come back unless you get the strongest thing.
Doofus.
So, yeah, it's about this kid who has to go there and
Noodle head.
get the strongest thing. But then there's this other weird twist
Beanbag.
where some witch, who apparently goes through a similar trial except with a wand instead of a staff,
Completely different.
has to go on hers at the exact same time as the kid who's named Newt. And they have to kind of work together, but they don't like each other at all. So
I bet they end up having the sexuals. Oh, did I spoil it? Oops.
Yeah.
So yeah, they have to go through this quest. I mean, it's only a four issue series, so
That
they
says
kind of
it's
rush
tasty.
some things.
Yeah, I was noticing that in the first issue. It felt a little bit rushed, but they probably knew what they had to work with, so they were like, yeah,
Yeah,
let's get through this part here, because it's
Like,
not as
we're only
important.
going to be able to do 4, so we got to shorten it down. But I could easily see it becoming a movie, kind of like what's that other one, Wild Blue Yonder.
Oh, yeah.
That one I'd love to see be a movie because that would be a really awesome movie too. And it was what, 4 issues?
Wouldn't that just be
that one was
Slipstream?
that one was 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that
So
would
they
just
had a
be
little-
Slipstream.
You know what? I feel like maybe it was 7. I think they were saying they were planning on 6, and I think they ended up doing 7.
I think you're right because they turned the last one into a 2-parter basically.
It might have gotten,
'Cause
it might have sold enough that they were like, okay, we'll give you an extra issue or
Yeah.
something.
That one was really good. But yeah.
Except when I was buying it from the back issues, the person at the comic store was like, "You're like the only one that wants this,
Yes,
weirdo."
Wes is good at finding the weird
Yeah.
comics. But usually they're pretty good.
I like to find the weird things.
But yeah, this I
I'm-
Newt was done by Dark Horse, so it's not wouldn't be too complicated to find it. So if you want to look it up,
Yeah, you know it's funny on the first cover, I was like, "Ha ha, he's got a bowl cut." Ha ha, Dumbo. And then I opened it and I was like, "Oh no, it gets worse. He's got a bowl cut with a top knot."
Oh,
yeah,
God.
it's almost a man bun, except he's a
Gross.
kid, so it's a
Ew.
kid
It's,
bun.
yeah, imagine a man bun with a bowl cut underneath it. It's terrible.
Yeah. That's like the worst haircut ever.
Oh well.
What if Jim Carrey was like a wizard?
No wonder that witch apprentice doesn't like him.
You look stupid.
Here, put this
You're
back
just a
over your
stupid
head and
head.
take your pants off.
I just noticed
It's on
that
the
staff
last
looks like a
page, I
penis.
Haha, it's like the Little Mermaid box art.
It's all veiny.
No. It's
Uh,
like black or something, or brown.
Does that make a difference?
That would explain why it's so long.
I don't know.
Stereotypes.
They're positive stereotypes. That's okay.
Oh, God. So, that was an interesting thing we got today. We also got this other thing called Boss Monster The Next Level.
We may have already talked about Boss Monster because I got the first Boss Monster for Christmas.
And we played it since.
Lots.
Yeah, and then you guys got the. It's a standalone expansion.
So
of the
yeah,
first
you can
game.
either
So you can play it by
combine it
itself
with the
or
original,
combine it?
or you can play with it by itself.
I like this one better because I did better.
I like it worse because I did worse.
Yeah, Wes had the strongest dungeon out of any of us. Could literally hands down kill any hero, but he didn't have the most treasures of anything.
Yeah, so they weren't lured to my dungeon. I wasn't pretty enough for the heroes to come see me. And
Yeah, he
Should've
basically
used
only
Dracula.
the only heroes he got were the ones he stole with spells.
Yeah, and then two of them I realized I was using the spell wrong and I had to give them back.
Yeah.
Sad.
Happy.
By the end of it, I only had one kill. The whole and
think I had
that one was Jason decided to
And-
send him to my dungeon thinking he would kill me, and then I had a spell to counter it, and then I killed him. And that was it. That was if he hadn't done that. If he hadn't done that, I wouldn't have killed anybody. I would have just sat there the whole time doing fucking nothing, just scratching my own butthole and then smelling it.
Yeah.
Scratching my butthole and then smelling my finger.
But yeah, then we also saw
Now you
sitting
know
there,
everything's okay.
there's a Boss
what
Monster
dogs
2, which is yet another
do
expansion.
they scratch their butthole and then smell their claw?
That would be
I don't know. I
interesting.
haven't watched a dog every second, every day. Could be.
Stinky Claw instead of Stinky Finger.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's another expansion called Boss Monster 2.
The next level. Instead of Boss Monster, the next level.
It's
They're
Boss
the same
Monster
thing.
2, the next level.
Literally the same. The same box, everything. Just the name is different. Kind of.
One says 2
Yeah.
and the other does not.
And I looked on the bottom, the one that says 2 was made like a year before Boss Monster, not 2, the next level.
They thought that
Garbage Day.
They thought that Boss Monster the Next Level was a much zippier, snappier name than Boss Monster 2 the Next Level. That 2 really disrupts
The
it.
next generation.
Yeah, it throws it all
Boston,
out.
New York. Electric Boogaloo.
But it's hilarious looking at the cards and stuff because of the descriptions and like they're all like parodies of video game characters from like the NES and the Super Nintendo and whatnot. And
Yeah, everything's a thing.
although there was one monster riding on a wrecking ball.
Oh, yeah.
It was
The greatest
I think it
video
was a
game of all.
Kobold.
That
I think it was a
girl.
Kobold, too.
Yeah, that was
I still
That was
never
very
seen that
amusing.
video.
so.
I'd
They're
have to
full of
use the
stuff.
internets or something to watch that.
You're not really missing much.
Yeah, but and then there's other smaller expansions that are just literally add on to your thing.
Do I get to
which
see her
aren't standalone.
nakeds?
She's naked, but you don't get to see anything good.
Well,
It just makes it
define
not
good.
worthwhile.
Shoulders are pretty hot these days.
You
I don't
get
know.
to see her shoulders, all right.
Some people
Oh,
like
I'm
feet
sold.
a whole lot.
No, they're weirdos. It's shoulders.
Yeah, well, you don't get to see the money shots. Let me put it that way. Like, it's not hardcore pornography.
Damn, why'd she even bother then?
It's not even really
Everyone's-
softcore.
It's not even softcore pornography. It's not pornography.
Everyone's getting all jizzle jazzled over it, and there's not even
Technically,
nothing to jizz or jazz.
It would be PG-13 because
This is really old
there's,
news
like,
that we're
nothing.
talking about, by the way. That's a very old video at
It's
this
not
point.
old if it's new to me.
well, you live in the past. Look at the games you play.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of what we're all about. Let's talk about old, outdated memes. That'll be fun.
What's a meme?
What's that guy who...
I forgot.
The guy in the pistachio nut commercial who's Korean and dances a lot like a Gumby man. That dude. He was a thing.
What?
The Korean guy who would dance...
I know who you're talking about, but pistachio commercial?
Yeah, he was in a pistachio nut commercial.
You got
I
to
never
remember,
saw
Wes
that.
doesn't have TV.
Well, I don't have TV either.
We have TV.
But my TV doesn't do TV, so I had to plug in my box power to the other...
You guys have the free channels, right? You don't have cable?
Like all
TV?
4 of them.
Don't have
we've got
that.
the basic
Well, you
So
have
you-
better
lowest thing.
You
internet.
still see
just for
commercials.
internet.
I don't see commercials like that.
But your computer does internet better than mine. You can go to places more than me.
I'm also getting the Netflix for freezies.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah. So I am actually watching some television programs that I haven't seen before.
Man,
You could watch lots of things with that.
you could watch real pornographies.
Not on Netflix. I've tried.
Oh. I'm sure they have shows that have, like, naked people, but it's not porno.
Do
but
they
it's
not
like
have
some
Game of
HBO
Thrones?
thing. It's like, oh, it's classy.
I don't know if they
It's
had Game of Thrones. I haven't bothered looking for that one.
like girls bent
But
over
Game
the
of Thrones is
stairwell.
awesome.
That's not classy.
I got bored of it. I think I got to like season 3 and I was like, fucking whatever. Just,
Yeah,
But there's
these
boobs.
dragons are still small and nothing's happening.
Yeah, I
Like,
just
they
read
get
the
big.
books.
Whatever.
are much better than the movies.
That's why you watch the show and then read the books.
No, just
Like
read
me.
the books
I don't-
and then look
no,
at the
it's
show
just-
and go, they're stupid.
It's just one of those shows that didn't keep my interest.
Yeah.
Wow.
I
Jason,
mean, I kind of watched some of it too, and then I just stopped. I didn't really, like, get bored or anything. I was just like, well, I've already read the books. I know where the story goes. I don't know.
but they change it.
Yeah, I don't
I saw
care.
a dumb commercial where these people were getting together and they were cosplaying and they were like, yay, let's watch Game of Thrones together in our stupid medieval outfits with the fake swords.
Ooh, do they have a girl who dresses up as Daenerys when she's wearing, like, the half shirt so half of her half is hanging out?
Not that I recall.
Oh, they're not serious cosplayers then.
Yeah, that show's like past the books because
So they're just
You
making
can't
up.
write
They're just
fast
making up
enough.
shit now.
so yeah, they're basically in a territory where they're making up their own shit as they go. But they'd already changed small things here and there,
They changed enough so it's
like
all broken.
different characters doing things that other characters
You
should have
change
done.
one
and,
thing early
like-
on, it'll bloom out, butterfly effect, everything's fucked.
Yeah, characters being alive that were dead or the other way around. And
Yeah.
I haven't read all the books yet because I don't ever have time to read because of World of Warcraft and work.
But it's fun,
But-
duh, mental.
It
Give a
I've
hoot,
watched
read a
all the
book.
show and it's good, and then I can read the books and go, that's better.
You know what's a pretty good show that I saw like the first 3 episodes of at my parents' place? Westworld.
Oh, is that like based off that movie?
What?
There's a
I've
movie
never heard
called
of either.
Westworld, and it's like about some weird theme park with like robot. people or
Yes, yeah.
some- Okay, yeah. Like
I've never seen the movie, but yeah.
I haven't either. I just know of it, and
Basically, people pay lots of money to go to this big western area in the wilderness that has like a town and stuff, and everybody that lives there is like a really advanced robot that looks totally human and feels like a human. Like,
They're all
isn't
androids.
the point is so like the people
yeah,
going
they're
there can-
androids with, I think they graft like real skin and everything on them too.
Wasn't
so
the point
they're
was
super
like so the
realistic.
people going there paying for that can like experience the real West? or
Yeah,
whatever,
and they can like kill people without any consequences and like rape people without consequences and all that stuff.
I
if
think
they
the
want to.
movie had that, but it was also like they had maybe other themed worlds as well as like amusement park kind of, but in space maybe. I don't know.
But
Same themes.
basically, what starts to happen is like there's like this weird chain reaction of like androids having malfunctions and starting to have like thoughts of their own,
Mavericks.
and Yeah, when they start having problems, they put them in cold storage. Like they shut them down and put them in this cold room, and they walk in there, and there's just a bunch of naked people standing there, stock still, just staring straight ahead, and you're like, they look like they're gonna come alive and kill you all.
Neat.
But you're acting like it's nothing.
That sounds like a plot device later on.
But yeah, it seems cool, but I don't think it's on Netflix. I haven't really looked actually.
I knew
but
walking in scary Android refrigerator room was a bad idea.
Probably
at
only
night
be able to
for a
watch
date.
it. Probably only be able to watch it at my parents' place.
What channel was it on?
I don't remember.
Some channel we don't get for sure.
Well, yeah, but I mean, maybe when we're at our parents' place, we could maybe watch something. I don't know. I kind of want to see the movie. I've heard about it for a while, and some people really like it or whatever.
Seems cool. And what's it? The guy that played Hannibal, Anthony Hopkins. That's his name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in that show.
Oh, wow.
He's like the guy that started the whole thing.
Okay.
Interesting.
I think Yul Brynner is in the movie. That's a thing.
Yeah. Okay.
What I heard.
I don't know why that was so funny to me.
Maybe because of sleep deprivation, that might do it.
I think part of it was just the look on Jason's face, so nobody else is gonna be laughing.
Oh yeah, nobody can see that. Although I've had requests of people wanting to see Jason's reactions. We had one today at the video game store.
It's only because certain people don't know how to play nice and do teamwork and cooperate and be smart and good and happy.
Certain people like causing certain other people misery because they decide to cause the other first party misery by making them play a game that they hate.
But everyone loves Mario Party.
No!
Mario Party's fun.
Uh,
And it'll be so much more fun when he finds 5 and 6 and 7, 8, 9, 10. And we get to play Sonic Shuffle as soon as we find a 4th player so we don't have to deal with a cheating bastard raping computer. I'm actually with you on that one. I don't really want to play Sonic Shuffle.
Let's play that happy fun time Animal Crossing game that's not really a game, so it's happy and fun times because
the one with no
There's
mini
nothing.
games.
Game.
because nothing sad happens, so it makes
Everybody's
me happy.
Nothing good happens. It's
I just go la 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 around the board and I sell my turnips when the stocks are high enough and complete a drawing by getting stamps.
But bumper balls.
Yeah, Wes likes causing havoc when we're playing games. Which is funny, because when we were doing the Sonic Shuffle, I was the one causing havoc. It's like, ooh, there's a mini game. Let's go there.
No.
Ooh, there's a mini game. Let's go
It
there.
takes like 20 minutes to load the damn screen.
I like causing havoc in games that aren't Mario Party-ish. It's like, oh, Jason's enjoying himself. Time to destroy that.
What? You can't move forward unless I move?
You're not going
I think
anywhere
I'm just
either.
going to
You're just-
stand here.
But I'm sitting there laughing and happily and smiling and.
But nothing's happening. At least in Mario Party, stuff's happening. I have a piece of string you can borrow if you want to get entertained by that.
Does it cause you misery?
It might.
Well, then I might enjoy it. No, I'm a terrible person, I guess. It sounds like you agree with me on that one.
I didn't say anything.
Why are we friends?
I don't know.
Because misery loves company.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, that's probably
If that
true.
was true, I'd have like 10,000 friends, though.
You can just imagine all the imaginary friends that we don't have on this podcast.
No.
Yeah, hey friends, come listen. It'll be fun, we promise.
They ain't talking
Wait,
about...
where are you going? Wait, you never showed up in the first place, huh?
Oh.
Sad and
Not
all.
with that attitude.
Just talking to a wall, lonely and sad. Except that wall is recording everything that we're saying, and it's sadder. And
Well-
we're putting it on the internet for nobody to listen to, so it's even sadder.
I mean, you do have that.
Are we winning
scary-ass-
sympathy points yet?
You do have that scary ass eyeball poster that I only just remembered was up there.
Oh yeah, we could talk to that.
God,
I don't think it cares though.
that's a safety poster, and it's like something from a horror movie. That's why
Yeah.
you have it.
Yeah.
Weren't they like, oh, we're getting rid of these things or something? You're like, I want this thing, or they
Yeah,
asked you if you could have it.
they rotate those safety posters out.
And someone
like
asked if
every
you wanted it or
couple
something
months.
because they
Yeah.
knew you like
My-
scary shit.
My manager took it down and he's like, "Hey, do you want this poster? I was gonna take it, but if you want it, you can have it." I was like, "Yes, I do." There's a weird eye booger with teeth and a mouth about to chew on an eyeball,
Disturbingly close up in high detail.
and it says, "I'd be careful."
Yeah. I of Newt. D. Be careful.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like a poster you can't get anywhere else. You can't buy it or anything. So I was like, neat. It's
So that means it's the most
exclusive, one of a
expensivest thing ever.
kind,
Yeah.
rare.
Yeah, because everybody else probably just threw it away, going, "I'm
So
glad
then
we're
I
done with that
slapped it
creepy
up.
thing."
So then I slapped it up there with some tape.
Yeah. Nothing but the classiest here.
But yeah, I was actually, ever since then, I was keeping an eye out for another cool safety poster, but all of them were dumb.
Oh, there's no more like nightmare ones.
Yeah,
That's too bad.
but at least I got that one.
So yeah, we spent lots of my money at the game store again today. What games did we get?
I don't know.
But
Jason's
I didn't buy
holding
I didn't
one.
buy anything at the game store.
I wanted to talk about awesome games done quick.
But we've done
It's
that.
also no.
We talked about that many a time.
But
many
this
a,
time it's important.
many a minute was
Okay,
absorbed by
so
that.
I didn't
What's
talk.
different about it?
I didn't talk about it last time. And the reason I didn't last time is because last time it was currently going on. Like, it was literally like the week they were doing this year's Awesome Games Done Quick 2017.
Hey, you know what about that awesome games done quick? It's these people playing the same games quickly.
No,
Using
they played a whole
glitches.
bunch of different ones. I saw new ones. Different ones.
Well, while you talk about that, I'm gonna pee.
I was going to transition, but if you're going to go pee, I'll keep talking about Awesome Games Done Quick.
Go ahead.
Ah. Fair. So Awesome Games Done Quick raised like $2,200,000 something for charity this year, which was cool. Their last, like, they spent the whole week raising money, and like for the first like 6 days they raised like, I don't know, $700,000. And I was watching most of it throughout the week. It was just on my computer when I was doing other stuff. And I woke up and they're going, and it's like, oh, it's Saturday morning and they're at $800,000. And then in that one day alone, they raised over $1.5 million, which was friggin' insane. And it was really cool. They beat their total of most money ever in one marathon, which was like $1,700,000. Now it was like 2 gazillion thousand. It was a lot of money, and it was neat. It was fun watching them play all these games. And the last game they played was Undertale, which is also neat, because that's a game I discovered recently, and it's really fun and good, and the music's great, and the gameplay is great, and the story is great, and the character's great, everything's great. Everyone should play it, because it's good.
Never played it, never heard of it.
Anyway, one of the games they played was Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door.
Which
Hey, I'm
happened
back
to-
just for the transition. Neat.
Yes.
Wow.
And
So
good
I got
timing on
Paper
my
Mario.
part.
Oh,
Paper
yeah.
Mario there
Paper
happened to be
Mario,
one of the ones that I spent money on today.
Yeah, Paper Mario.
Let me see this case
So
with
it's
a
the
sticky
sequel.
square in it.
Oh yeah. So the case had the one of those ungodly stickers that are really tiny. So you think, oh, that's easy. I'll get that off.
Did you get rid of the sticky square?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the one on the
Whoa.
back. The one in the back wasn't as bad, but it was kind of stuck on there too, even though it was like one of those shitty price tab
It's
sticker
super
things.
sticky.
So the stickers they use are small, but they're really frickin' sticky, and you can barely get them off. And then even if you do get them cleanly off, there's a bunch of sticky, poopy stuff left over.
Icky sticky.
You know what it's from? It's from somebody looking at this purple cloud lady with large bosoms. Sticky.
Ow. I think she's a ghost.
Oh, well, she looks kind of like a cloud on the bottom.
Sure. Ghosts are kind of like clouds. But yeah, Paper Mario. The Thousand Year Door for Nintendo GameCube. It is the sequel to Paper Mario on Nintendo 64, which I also have, and it's fun, and I play it a lot, and everyone says this one's really fun too, and it looks fun, so yeah. And also...
Are you having fun talking about the fun game that you will likely have fun playing?
Ironically enough, no.
Oh. Sorry.
But that's all I wanted to say about it. It's a game that I intend to play, and then maybe I'll talk about it a whole bunch more. Ah! Also, Harvest Moon.
Which is a game you did have fun playing.
Yes, and I will continue to have fun playing Harvest Moon. I'm not going to describe that because the game's 1 billion years old. If you don't know what Harvest Moon is, play it.
Yeah, if you can find a copy, because we got the only one that's like ever been seen.
No, yeah, apparently it's really hard to find even by rare Super Nintendo game standards, so that's unfortunate.
Yes, unfortunate for me.
Well,
That was expensive.
There's only like a couple other games I can think of for Super Nintendo that are really worth getting ever, and even like kind of slightly, and it's basically Demon's Crest and Super Adventure Island 2. Maybe
Yeah, Harvest Moon is actually a fun game. I've played it a lot on emulator,
yeah,
which
I played
is
it
very
like
useful because then you can use
15
fast
years
forward.
ago or something, but yeah, it's been a long time, so just playing it again, all the music and stuff came back to me. It's like, oh yeah, that's the ticket. I'm gonna be waking up in the middle of the night with this stuck
That's
in my
the-
head.
That's the 4-second repeating loop.
Yeah, that's the ticket. Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
And
you
then,
could have awesome music stuck in your head, like music from Undertale.
Well, yes, but I've had it stuck in my head so long, I had to stop that, or I was going to kill myself and then poke someone's eye out. In that
After
order.
you were dead?
Yes.
How?
I'm working on it. I have a plan.
so yeah, one of the other games we got was
Oh,
The Immortal.
The Immortal, which Will Harvey presents The Immortal by Electronic Arts.
Who the hell is Will Harvey?
I don't
I
know,
have no
but
clue.
he's apparently a registered trademark. 1990 Will Harvey.
What?
I don't know. He's a company.
He's not trademarked, he's copywritten.
Well, whatever. Same difference.
So Wes,
Anyway, he thinks he's important enough to be a thing.
He copywrote his own self.
Yeah, so don't steal him.
Wes, you have this game
Also,
on
do
the
not immerse in
Sega,
water.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I have a
don't-
game on Sega
I
Genesis.
don't even
Well,
remember that game. What the
Yeah,
hell is
I
it?
happen to see it. It's on the NES, so it's 8 bits less. So
Yay.
it's bound to look great.
Yeah, I'm sure it's
So-
gonna look like fucking garbage.
Yeah, it probably will, but it'll be amusing to see how it plays because it's a really, really difficult game.
Here's the worst part: is I think it was a PC game first.
They
Yeah,
have
I think
different
so.
labels.
Yeah, it was a PC game first.
Oh, 91 Will Harvey for the Genesis version.
Oh yeah, it came out a year later.
Fancy pantsy. And it's
Yeah.
Electronic Arts, so it's got one of those yellow tabby big Genesis cartridges that say, look how big and sexy
From-
and yellow we are.
I think it was on Super Nintendo 2.
Probably.
From what I remember, I think the Genesis version has either 1 or 2 levels less than the computer version. But basically, you're this wizard that's going into this dungeon after his master, I think.
Oh, wait, I
And-
remember now. I remember that one.
Yeah, it's...
That was the one that sucked because we always died.
That's the whole point.
No,
Oh.
it doesn't suck. Well,
It's
it
called
kinda
The
sucks.
Immortal. You shouldn't be able to die so easily. Or at
Okay,
all.
so basically, you enter this dungeon, and it looks like kind of Diablo style, the way you're looking down on yourself, and you're like, yay, I can fight like that, right? No.
yeah.
You walk around blindly, and you die a lot. Because
Fun.
It's a lot of trial and error.
there's traps everywhere in the dungeon.
So when you die, you got to
So
remember where that trap
You
is.
die, you remember where the
Like
trap is, you try a different
things.
route, and you go through the different levels of the dungeon.
Sounds like work.
And when you come across a monster, it goes into this weird combat mode.
Oh, I remember that
And-
because it was like super violent.
It's kind of dumb because the monsters just have like a big weapon and they swing it back and forth, back and forth, back and forth in the exact same rhythm. So what you have to do is duck, stab, duck, stab, duck, stab, because you have a staff and a sword. And
Guess which one works?
then like once you get the rhythm down, it's super easy to kill the monsters. But the cool part is when you kill a monster, it's super graphic and cool looking.
Yeah,
and,
they got like, oh, you cut its head off and it's all bloody and meat.
And when you die, it's super graphic and cool
oh, look,
looking.
you cut your head off and it's all bloody and terrible.
And not just in the combat mode, but in the rest of the dungeon. It's not as detailed because it's not all close up, but like sometimes a big worm, dune-looking worm would pop out of the ground and chomp your guy and drag him under, and it's cool. So it's fun for that, and it's kind of like I don't know, it's fun figuring out the traps and the puzzles and getting through it. I haven't beaten it, but you know, it's,
how far have you gotten? You know,
I don't remember. It's been a long time since I played it though. But yeah, it's so. The mechanics aren't super complicated or anything, so I'm guessing it plays just fine on the NES, but I'm sure it looks a lot garbagier, and that kind of takes the fun out of it, probably.
More than likely, but it was only $10.
At the very least,
so
you
it's
think
like,
it'd be less
I want to
violent
try
because it's
this.
in the era where Nintendo was all like, boo, violence and churches and shit.
Yeah,
and
maybe.
Genesis is like, fuck it.
You'll have to play it and tell me.
Yeah, I don't really want to play it, though.
Lauren, you'll have to play it and tell me.
I don't have a Nintendo. Jason has the Nintendo.
I'm playing Adventure Island 3.
You'll have to visit Jason's room and play it. And, well, he sits there uncomfortably watching you.
No.
Yeah.
The box art has an old man on it.
Well, he's a wizard.
Yeah, that's the wizard.
He doesn't look immortal. He looks old.
The funny thing is, like, the wizard you're playing is an old man, and he's there to rescue his master, who must be even older.
Oh, wow. Don't worry, Granddad. I'll save you, and then we can get
Wizards
to
don't die from old age. They just get older and more decrepit.
That's gross. They're icky.
Eventually, they'll all be like walking skeletons with skin on them, but they're still alive.
But the kid in the comic was like a wizard, and he's not an old fart knocker.
That's because he's new. He's an apprentice. He's young.
Oh,
He isn't even a wizard yet in this.
He's got so much to look forward to. He's going to be an old geezery goober on the top of an NES box. And then his head will get cut off and he'll be violent.
At least he'll get rid of that bowl cut man bun combination.
Well, yeah. The old guy does have better hair than... I mean, that's one thing. The guy's not bald, really. So.
Yeah, I think that's another thing. Wizards don't ever cut their hair or their beards, so it's just like this is him in the beginning. That's him when he's old.
They never seem to start going bald either. They always have nice, long, flowing, spectacular locks.
Yes, that are
they use
white.
shampoo.
Hey, Lauren,
They
are
got
you a
pure
wizard?
Maybe
Hey, Jason, are you a wizard?
No,
he doesn't have a beard.
my hair's too shitty. I've been growing it for like 6, 7, 9 years, and it won't get any longer in this. I don't know what I'm doing.
I thought I was a wizard, then I cut my hair.
Oh, well.
And then I realized, oh, wait, I'm not a wizard because I cut it.
Ah,
So that means no magic.
damn.
You're just a muggle now.
Fuck.
You lost your chance.
Yeah.
I have to transfer all my money out of green guts.
Transfer that gold back into stupid muggle dollars.
How many nuts does it take to get a pence? I need pence and pennies and shillings and pounds. And then I have to convert the stupid British money into normal people money. And oh, did I say that out loud? Oops.
We might have a British listener. What's wrong with you?
He's gonna be like, it's euros now, and shut up.
What about the American witches and wizards that we heard about in the 4th book?
Yeah, I don't know.
You remember it?
They should have focused more
They had
on
the
them.
Quidditch World Cup, and there were like wizards from all other countries, like the
Yeah.
African wizards with the purple fire.
Like if What's-Her-Sod wanted to do more bookery, she should have like focused on some other characters on like other parts of the world. That would have been cool.
Yeah.
Well, they
I'd like to
did
see
that newer thing of monsters and where to find them.
That's still
That's
around.
still British
Britain.
land.
No, it's in America.
What?
I don't care.
It's still Britishy people
Newt
and
Scamander,
fruity accents.
whatever. I don't care about Newt Scamander and his bullshit.
Oh, he wrote a book. Neat. That's all you need to know.
But it's in America.
Oh, and Johnny Depp's the bad guy, because that was smart. Let's make him, what's his son? Gringlevit.
I don't want to.
Fuck his
I
name
don't want to
is.
watch a movie either. I want to read a book about it.
Yeah.
Jason has a book.
I have a face.
Oh, I wish I had one of those.
But yeah, who cares about America too anyway? She should do like a book based in Africa in one of their wizardy schools.
Yeah, that'd be cool. See what the hell that's about.
There's probably a class on voodoo.
Ooh.
Because stereotypes again.
Yeah.
What if they did a school in Australia? That's the most
Or
dangerous
or
place in the
shamanism.
world for
Yeah.
animals and creatures. Imagine what kind of dangerous magical creatures would live in Australia.
Just
All
different
the
breeds
worst.
of dragons.
The worst, biggest, most poisonous things live there. So,
What if there was like a Voldemort, but he was an Aussie?
I don't think he'd
And
be
he had
nearly as
that-
threatening with the accent.
I know.
Potter, I'm going to cut off your gillywags.
I was about to do a terrible Australian accent like that, and then I decided not to.
Because you sound like a bloomin' idiot.
That's not
Bastards.
Australian anymore.
Foster's beer, matey. Arg.
Oh no, Outback Steakhouse. What?
Get ye large fries for less than $1.50 at Outback. Oh, there she blows.
I was about to throw some shrimp in the Barbie, and then I decided I'd take over
Wallabies
Australia with my
and-
evil magics.
And kangaroozles and crocodiles.
What if the Australian Voldemort did that? What if he wrestled with magic crocodiles?
Yeah, and that's how he got his power.
he's just got to stick his thumb up their butt.
Yeah.
Can you tell that we're from the Americas and we don't know nothings about other countries except for what we see on the television box set?
Yeah.
Not in the least.
Someday someone will hear this and they'll get so mad. But then we'll be like, wow, someone listened.
We'll be like, yay, we had a listener.
We should say more offensive stuff so we get all the listeners. We'll be the most hated things on the internet, but that means everyone will know us.
Because they'll have
Isn't
to
that
listen
the
to hear
goal?
what...
Yeah, the goal is views.
Yeah.
So what if we have 23 likes and 5 million dislikes?
We have 6 million views.
I liked it.
Exactly.
So I got a TurboGrafx multi-tap. I think they call it yeah, they do call it a turbo tap. I was going to say, I think it's called turbo tap, and it says it right on the top.
Are you gonna turbo tap that?
Yeah.
How many controllers do we
tippity-
have to turbo tap?
Oh,
that?
you can fit 5 slots in this. They just stick them all in 5 openings for fun.
I don't think we have that many things to stick in slots.
Yeah, I actually only have one
no,
controller.
we only
so.
have 3. Wait, what? Controllers? Oh yeah, 1.
So in case
See-
anyone doesn't know,
So you have a turbo tap, so you can plug in 5 controllers, and you only have 1 controller to plug into this.
yes, sir.
Great.
But it'll be useful someday when I get another controller. So anyone who doesn't know, TurboGrafx 16, it only had 1 controller port, which is shitty. So if you want to play even a 2-player game, you gotta get the multi-tap. So you can But the neat thing about this is you can plug in 5 controllers at once, and they had like 5-player Bomberman. But yeah, I never got another controller because it's like, well, I can't plug it in. And now it's got the Turbos doodle, and it's like, well, now I need another controller. I need to play that hot 2-player tennis.
Just for giggles, how many games did they make on the TurboGrafx that was 5 players?
I'm not sure. I want to say kind of a lot.
Really?
Yeah, they had like at least 2 or 3 Bomberman games alone that were all 5 players.
Well, that's all Bomberman, though.
Well,
what other games?
There's other ones, like, I don't know.
Do they have the Bomberman with the dinosaurs?
I don't know.
They should have made a Ninja Turtle game where you can play 5 players with all the 4 Ninja Turtles and then, like, I don't know,
Splinter.
Casey Jones. Yeah.
No, Splinter. You gotta be
I'm
Splinter.
gonna play
No.
as April.
I want to play as Casey.
That'd be funny if you could play as April.
Up
She just
your
runs
nose
up and
with a
slaps
rubber
people.
hose.
You can actually play as April and one of those Turtles tournament fighters. I think the Genesis version, maybe the Nintendo version. I know the Super Nintendo version. It was some other lady they had in it. But
wait, did Casey Jones say "up your nose with a rubber hose," or am I just thinking of "Welcome Back, Kotter"?
You know, now that you mention it, I bet he said that in the first movie, maybe.
Yeah, there was that thing that he was doing with.
Yeah, like when he first came across Raph, and Raph was just got out of a movie. He was wearing the stupid hat that fools everyone, and
Yeah.
Casey's
Well,
like,
no. It was when they were living at that house and they were fixing up the truck. It was him and I think Donatello, and they were having a little thing where they were going back and they had to insult each other, starting with each letter of the alphabet.
Oh yeah, I think he did say that because
He's either said that or something else that had to do with hose.
yeah.
But I also know that one of the sweat hogs in Welcome Back, Kotter said "up your nose with a rubber hose" a lot.
Yeah, I've never seen that show, and I understand that reference.
Okay, I used to watch that show kind of a lot.
I mean, I watched a lot of old sitcoms and stuff over the years, but that didn't have any one of them. I watched like Family Ties, All in the Family, Family Matters, anything with family, Three's Company. Even watched like the Cosby Show, all of it, like twice before Bill Cosby
Family.
was a swear word. Yeah, I saw some of the Addams Family and like the Munsters and stuff like that, old stuff, and
Who the hell? What? Famous actor that played.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
No, famous actor
Well,
that played the
stuff is-
leader of the Sweat Hogs.
I don't know.
It was
John Travolta.
yes, it was John frickin' Travolta
I was gonna say Henry
when he
Henry
was when he
Winkler,
was
but
like
that's Happy Days.
when he was fresh,
The Fonz.
baby faced, baby boobah in that show.
Before he got rich and then joined a cult. and
Probably
went
before he
insane.
was even a Scientologist.
Positive.
Yeah, that was what I was gonna say. Probably before that.
That was probably before that was even a thing.
No. Well, I don't know. When did Scientology start?
I mean, L. Ron Crazy Hubbard Blubber was fucking around and insane for like a million years. I don't know. Seemed like
Yeah.
that stuff get popular like after he died. I don't know how that works.
Probably. So he didn't get to make the millions of fraud dollars that everyone else is making off of his invention.
Yeah. His fairy tales. Oh no, did I say that out loud?
They're not fairy tales, they're science fiction awesomes.
No, it's a religion. I swear.
Yeah, no, fairy
Oh,
tales
wait,
are way
yeah, no.
cooler.
Actually, I think that they avoid saying that they're a church.
Why?
though
They don't want, like,
even though they
tax
call it the Church of
exemption?
Scientology.
Yeah.
They call it the Church of Scientology probably so they avoid paying taxes
Yeah.
on their fraud dollars.
It's
that
like they
get.
want the good stuff, the benefits, but then they don't want it like any of the actual responsibilities of a real organized religion.
Yeah.
Oops.
What?
Nothing.
What's that you have there, Jason?
Oh, I got Mega Man Battle Network as well. And it's a fun game. I remember playing it a lot years ago, and then not again since, and it's cool.
Yeah, I played the first one, but there's a lot of them.
Yeah, they made like 10 of them, or billion, and then they made like a spin-off-ish sort of Star Force kind of different series. I don't even know what the hell that's about. And for me, like Mega Man games, I usually played, like the platformers, like the original series, the X series, the Zero series, but not so much Battle Network. I know they had all those others, but I only ever really played the first one, and I
think
like
I
it.
beat
but-
the first one. I don't know. Been forever.
I mean, it's fun because it's like got RPG mechanics. You kill monsters or whatever. You get power ups. You get money. You can upgrade Mega Man. And
But there's no platforming. It's kind of like
Yeah,
Mega
not
Man
really.
Legends.
yeah, well, there's platforming in Mega Man Legends. I also like that game.
It's
And it's sequel,
RPG-ish.
and it's spin-off. It's very expensive. They want so much for Tron Bond because it's like the rarest PlayStation game, but I've never seen one in real life. But it's like, man, that's cool, but no.
I've never even heard of it.
Well, you know who Tron is? You played through Mega Man Legends before, even if it was the shitty N64 version.
It's been forever.
She's that girl who's a pirate who's the bad guys.
Okay. I never played the second
The
one
game's
either.
fun because you can play as her, and like you order the little serve bots around with those little Lego man looking guys, and you tell them to go in people's houses and steal money, but then they're just like getting food out of the refrigerator and breaking shit, and I'm sitting there yelling at them the way Tron would yell at them in real life, and then I'm like, that actually kind of works. It made me actually feel like I was Tron telling these stupid idiots to stop being stupid the way she always tells the stupid idiots to not be stupid, and then you blow up things in your robots. It's really fun. You terrorize the populace. You literally go into cities and just blow up buildings and shit, and they send like the cops after you, and you fucking destroy their cop cars with your giant walking, flying robot things. It's so fun.
Huh? What? I was just sitting here thinking about Arnold Horseshack.
Who?
Arnold Horseshack.
Is that some Happy Days thing or Cotter?
Welcome back, Cotter. He's like
What does he do? Does he blow up things with robots too?
he was one of the sweat hogs, but like think about Screech from Saved by the Bell.
I'd rather not to every day, but okay.
He was like that, but like he tried to be a tough guy.
How did it work?
Not very well.
Wow.
Not very well.
Go figure.
Arnold Horseshack.
Oh yeah, Saved by the Bell. That was another one I fucking watched. Even like
I watched Welcome Back, Cotter more than I watched Saved by the Bell.
yeah. I mean, I didn't watch a lot of Saved by the Bell. It just happened to be on, and I was like awake in the morning before school or whatever. And I was like, whatever. And then there was the one everyone seems to have seen was Full House, which, granted, it was on all the fucking time. I don't know why it lasted 8 seasons because it wasn't funny or good, but.
And I don't know why the hell they got a spin-off series.
Yeah, which apparently is mildly self-aware and just as painfully, awkwardly icky and dumb and preachy.
You wanna hear some
cutesy
good
and
news?
terrible. I don't know why everyone watched it, and even I saw some episodes growing up. So, like by osmosis, I fucking absorbed some of these shows, and I just
Yeah, it was on all the time, and it never won any awards, but its spin-off has won awards now.
Why? How? What awards?
People's Choice Awards.
Well, people are stupid.
You know how they got that? People are like, oh, nostalgia.
Yeah,
I remember that show. I have fond memories of it.
And apparently the show, like, itself knows this, so they're, like, constantly doing, like, the wink, wink, nudge, nudge, fart, giggle to the audience, like, hey, remember Full House? We're Fuller House, because the last name's Fuller, and it's her house. They're Stalker Steve. He voiced Aladdin.
You know what show should have been like that, but wasn't? The Brady Bunch.
Yeah.
Because that was a shitty, awful show, too.
Yeah.
That people
just pandering,
that
cutesy.
Like, if they got the same people to... they should get the same people together again and do...
It's like
do the Bradier Bunch or some bullshit.
Yeah, God, those are the lives of people who live in postcards. Like
as long as they bring back Cousin Oliver.
Oh yeah, it's like you ever get a picture frame and there's a picture already in it because you don't know how a picture works and you need an example picture, and it's always just people like the happiest fucking it's a family with their dog and on the beach, yay. That's fucking Full House and Brady Bunch. Just people who live in postcards and don't have a care in the goddamn world, and they're terrible, stupid, plastic people.
Yeah, except they tried to come up with problems for them, but they were just
Oh no, who will change the baby? Will I get the hammock up in time? Be careful at the dance, the punch might smell funny. God, I hate that show. Stupid, bad, dumb. It wasn't funny, it wasn't clever, it wasn't cute, it wasn't endearing, but people fucking watched it.
They actually tried to have a serious problem with the Brady Bunch, but it came off really stupid.
2 little troll
They're like,
goblin twins.
Greg, are you smoking? No, I swear. My friend is smoking. He gave me hold the cigarettes.
Oh, I remember that one. Terrible.
Yeah, they tried to have a real serious, real world problem with them, but it wasn't. The Brady Bunch family was too wholesome, and it was just a mistake.
Yeah, it just came
Like,
off even more.
Greg wasn't actually smoking. Like his friend, like tucked his cigarettes in his jacket or something without him knowing, or something stupid.
Like, of
Well,
course
I
Greg
remember
doesn't smoke.
seeing
They
a
don't even have
Brady
a
Bunch
toilet in
thing
their
where-
house.
where Greg and Marcia had to share a room in
Just
the
want to see
attic.
what's her
and then
bitch
they
hitting
were
the
like,
face with
wait,
a football again.
we're not actually related. This is causing problems.
What really? Did that really happen?
Yes.
don't remember that.
It might be one of the movies, but
It was probably the
that.
movie because the movie was more
Oh,
self-aware
man.
and funny. Like, they actually reference in the movie, like, we don't have a bathroom in our house. What's a toilet or something? Like, they didn't have a toilet in their house, and people were like, that's weird in the movie. And I don't know. It was weird.
But yeah, I remember that because they had
Shelley
like
Long played Mother.
they both
Brady
wanted
lady.
the attic as their room, and it's like, well, if you can't decide, you're both gonna have to share it. And then they
All right, pants off.
They hung a sheet between their beds.
Oh yeah. I
That'll
remember
stop the
that.
shenaniganery.
Nothing will happen there.
Oh
Wait.
no, his penis is breaking through the sheet.
I remember
We
one.
didn't think it would be strong enough.
I remember
weak
one
enough for that.
stupid episode where Peter was fadoodled into thinking that there was a UFO flying around, and it was the worst thing.
Oh.
Like
I remember that
they
too.
They hung up a plastic
They hung it
sheet,
from a tree.
and Greg had like a flashlight with a little UFO thing on it, and it was the stupidest looking UFO ever. It looked like a hamburger.
Yeah, cartoon hamburger looking thing,
And he was like, "Oh my gosh, a UFO! I gotta spot it with my telescope." Like, are you that stupid?
Everybody knows UFOs don't exist.
this world is terribly not real and fake and.
But you know what? I'd rather watch a show called The Brady Bunch than The Fuller House or whatever.
Yeah, that's God.
It's that bad.
And the worst part is I didn't even understand the pun until like I think Brad Jones pointed it out in his review, and it's like, oh yeah, Fuller. God damn it. At the same time, he was like, Fuller. Oh, I just got that. Damn it. And I was like, I did too. Fuck. Stupid Bad Dumb. It's already got 2 seasons, and it's on Netflix, I think. And they're, hey, you should watch that.
I think it's an exclusive for Netflix, like you can't watch it anywhere else.
Wes, didn't you say you had Netflix?
No,
Never
I
mind.
forgot the password.
Oh,
What?
that's too bad. You couldn't watch Fuller House and tell us how great it is, apparently.
You
for
should
winning
watch
a People's Poop
Something
Award.
much
Yeah.
better, like Supergirl.
I don't feel like watching that either. I'm tired of the superhumans, man's powers people.
Oh, but these kids are different. They have superpowers, but they're also kids, and they're edgy, douchey, cool, hipster asswipes who use Facebook.
Has that stupid Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie come out yet?
I don't think so.
I kind of, at first I was kind of like, ooh, neat, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers
forgot
again,
about
and then
that.
I saw some of the stuff where, like, I don't know, it's all super CG-ish, and I'm like, I'm done. I like the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers from when I was a kid, where it was corny and Dumbo, and they were wearing tights.
Nobody wants to watch
Oh,
that.
I'm
They
getting all
want CG.
serious now.
Well, I like the rubber Godzilla monster costumes, damn it.
And nobody wants that. They want CG. They wanted to shove CG down their throat.
Fine, they can have it. You know what? It would have been, I would have been okay with it if they had gotten all the original actors, but they couldn't because the girl that played the Yellow Ranger passed away in a car accident, and that's terrible. And probably all the other people don't want to have anything to do with Power Rangers because, like, but it would have been cool if they
They're
got
probably
them.
all old and fat. I bet the Pink Ranger's super fucking hot, though, still, and it's like, God damn it, why aren't you in the...
I've seen, actually, the guy that played Zach and Billy looked pretty good. The guy that played Jason is kind of tubby, and he was like a fireman for a while or something.
Yeah, look, my suit is red, like my
the
red
girl
suit.
that played Kimberly, she looks pretty good still.
Yeah.
And
Show
then
me later.
and then the guy that played Tommy, he looks amazing because guess what? He was an MMA fighter for years,
Oh, yeah.
and
He could
he has his
actually
own
do
he has his
martial
own
arts.
gym, and he like was really good actually. Like
Wow.
he's the only one that went on with martial arts, except everyone but him and Jason didn't have anything to do with martial arts anyway.
Yeah, in the show, that's like, they were the only two doing, like, martial arts matches, and then Billy's on the side, like, oh, don't get hurt. And
Yeah.
then the girls running, like, we're female, we can't fight up here, obviously.
Well, the girl
we
that
can only
played
fight, we're Power Rangers.
Kimberly, I don't know any of their fucking real names. I don't care.
I don't.
But the girl that played Kimberly, she had done gymnastics. The guy that played Zach, he had done like breakdancing or something, and I think he went on to do some dance choreography for some stuff. But and then the guy that played Billy, nothing. It was actually his first acting job at all.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Trini, I don't remember.
Oh, wasn't there some kind of
if she had
weird...
anything.
You told me there was some kind of weird thing on the show, like the actor who played Billy was like gay, so like they treated him bad or something weird happened.
Yeah, he was the one that went. He and the guy that played Tommy went on with the show for a long time after the other actors left, and he kept doing it. But yeah, he was getting. It turns out he was gay, but he wasn't really accepting it yet. But I guess he had some mannerisms, and a lot of the other staff was like kind of treating him shitty and stuff.
Oh, that's
for
not
it.
cool.
So he ended up leaving. He went to like a gay conversion therapy thing. Obviously didn't work. He ended up finally accepting, yeah, I'm gay, it's cool, whatever, which is good. And I think he went on to be like a successful producer or something in the industry. He didn't really do any other acting, I don't think, but he did some producing and stuff like that.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
And the only Power Ranger like ever out of all of them, at least the ones I remember, that I know their actual name was Johnny Young Bosch, it was a bit after the like original Power Rangers and it was like Power Rangers Zeo or something around that time, but whatever the Japanese equivalent is, I have no idea. But yeah, Johnny Young Bosch, because he was the Black Ranger, and the only reason I remember him is because he left the show and started doing voice acting for a lot of stuff, mainly like video games and anime and stuff.
That's cool.
Like Lelouch, Lamperouge, or Ichigo Kurosaki, or Charlie Tunoku, also Adachi.
You know what I wish? I wish I could be in one of the actual Power Rangers shows as like a Zordon type character or something, just a weird,
just big
blurry
face
head
in
in
a
a
jar.
tube, or just a blurry.
Rangers, you must go. Rangers. Lord Zed is taking over the world. You have to stop him.
I would either want to do that or be one of the guys that wears the rubber monster costumes and gets to kick down buildings and stuff.
Or maybe even be a putty, like just get a flail your arms around all crazy.
Yeah.
Do the Ministry of Silly Walks done to the extreme.
Yes, I could do that. Yes.
I could definitely see Scotty as a putty though.
Yeah.
He kind of already is without even like wearing the outfit. Man, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, any of those, because, yeah, if you get to be the big monster thing, you get to wear a silly monster suit and be all rrr, and you also get to destroy a little model Godzilla set.
Yep. And you get to have a camera pointed at your crotch.
Yeah.
A lot.
Wow, that wide-angle, low-angle shot makes him look huge.
What's that pressed up against his rubber suit? Oh, no. We need to cut that part out.
I think the actor's enjoying it a little too much.
That'd be me. I love this job. Whoa.
Someone give me a hug. Quick.
Rangers, don't hug it. I swear, it's not good.
And then what's the little fucking robot? We're in danger.
Alpha.
Yeah. Danger, Rangers. Aye, aye, aye. You know, I think Johnny Young Bosch actually voiced Alpha before he was on the show
Really?
as a ranger. Yeah.
That'd be cool.
He actually references that aye, aye, aye line, like, in Persona 4. Well, it's like, around the time before Rise gets thrown in the TV, so you've already seen this.
Oh.
And, like, they're, like, waiting for something. Like, they're hanging out with Adachi, and he basically says, aye, aye, aye. And it's like, oh,
okay.
he said the thing from the thing. At least I'm pretty sure it was him. Because, yeah, he says that. And it's silly.
And that he was doing that voice.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't doing the voice, but he just said the line as Adachi.
Oh, no, I mean, he was doing the voice for that character, though.
Oh, yeah, I think so, yeah.
Was it... Wait, Adachi is,
Young detective?
the young detective. Right, that's what I thought. Does he say it when he brings home the drunk dad?
No, it's when they're, like, waiting outside the tofu place because they think, like, someone's gonna capture Rise, and they find that
Right.
photographer guy on the telephone pole, and they're like, oh, wait, it's him, get him. It's like before that, like, Adachi's like, aye, when's he gonna show up? At least I think that's when it is. Anyway, Johnny Young Bosch is my favorite English voice actor. And also Yuri Lowenthal.
Neat.
And Karen Strassman, pretty good. And Kath Soucie.
Yeah, I don't know the names of anybody that does voice acting
Except
because
for
I
Mark Hamill.
never pay attention to that kind of stuff.
Except for Mark Hamill.
Oh, you should.
Well,
These voice
yeah.
actors work very hard. You want to hear my favorite Japanese voice actors? Well, it's mostly actresses, ladies, say you.
I don't know them either.
Kotono Mitsuishi is my favorite.
Yeah, have no clue.
Jason, you're alone here with this.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so alone. It's cold. It's cold and dark. I'm sad.
Dear. I'm sorry, Jason.
Meh. So I was watching Awesome Games Done Quick. It was
Didn't
really
you already
fun.
talk about this when I was in the bathroom?
No. Of course not. I didn't.
Damn it, I thought I missed this.
No. I just made poop noises until you came out.
No, okay. Well, that's not
No.
what was going on in there.
Well, the only thing I wanted to say is I didn't talk about it last time we did a podcast because I knew by the time the podcast goes up, Awesome Games Done Quick would be over. And it is. So, if you hear this, hopefully before summer sometime, check out SGDQ's Summer Games Done Quick. Wow! This year was fun too at AGDQ. They played Super Metroid Rotation. That's where they took Super Metroid and rotated the entire world 90 degrees to the right. It's as crazy as it sounds.
Yeah, that'd be weird playing that one of those games in like completely different
Yeah,
orientation.
like, you're fine. All the crap is fine, like enemies and shit for the most part. Just the world, all the blocks and stuff are rotated. And it's the fucking craziest thing I've ever seen. Especially for someone like me who knows that game inside out and has seen many a speed run.
What if they did it upside down?
They could. They probably
I
have.
mean, how would you get out of your ship? If you fall, you just fall down into nothingness.
Well,
in
the
sky.
ship is rotated to be facing normal like you are as well.
But
it's just the
yeah,
world
if you
is
jumped
rotated.
off of it, it would be pit down because that would be the
Well,
sky.
they would have to make like an exception and have blocks on the bottom. See, they even though it's rotated 90 degrees or whatever, they do put a few extra blocks here and there to like help you get indoors and shit. You know, in cases it'd be impossible to like jump into it. But then for the most part, you're stuck doing wall jumps and bomb jumps and all kinds of tricky crap. So it's also for like people who know what they're doing. What the hell? This alien's like all casual, like, sigh, I wonder when he's gonna come back.
It's an insightful. I think that's what they call that one.
No, that one's relax, I
Oh,
think.
relaxed.
I wonder if Jeffrey
Yeah,
will
that-
get his messages.
That's the relaxed one.
I can't wait to go to the prom.
The other one's daydream.
This guy's like, I'm
a
so
daydreaming
sad. I don't
xenomorph.
have a date for the prom. What about you, Bethany? Oh, yeah, I do, Jessica. I just can't wait for him to come.
Well, what else do you think xenomorphs talk about?
Poop.
If there's nobody around to kill, they have nothing to do but that.
No, yeah,
Just
they just
relax
sit
and
around
daydream.
in their like calendar girl poses. This is weird. What? How? Why? Why? What? How? Big chap? What? Hey kids, want to see my big chap?
I don't know. What's the other part say?
Oh, God.
Says big chap minifigure.
In Japanese.
Yeah. Yoga.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Head spin.
Big,
Oh, there's a head spin one. Man, there's like a fucking breakdancing one. Oh, there's one that's taking a dump. There's one hanging like the cat on those hang in there posters. They're like all joke poses because it's the fucking alien. You think, oh, scary badass, but then they have them like skipping along the flower field going, tra-la-la.
Yep, that's the fun of it.
just so we're clear here, the name is in reference to, okay, big chap. I assume that's talking about the person, and he's a big chap, eh? And then minifigures, is that talking about something else of his anatomy?
Maybe it's a minifigure with a big chap. Or it's a big chap with a minifigure.
It's a minifigure of a big chap.
I'm just gonna let that simmer
This box is confusing me.
But yeah,
Well.
I had to get those because they're in hilarious poses. I would have loved to get the head spin one, but the relaxed
breakdancer
one is
doozle.
the second best. Because yeah, just sitting there, calendar pose,
It's
hilarious.
sort of like a teenage girl laying on her belly on her bed with her
Yeah, like
legs
waiting for
kicking.
the phone call.
Yeah,
I
like
wonder if
chin in
Johnny
hands.
will call me. And then the other one's sitting there like, oh my god, I don't have
It's
a
like a
date.
it's like a pose you'd expect to see in one of those Brat Pack movies from the 80s.
Yeah. 16 candles, that's me.
Yeah.
Oh shit, humans are coming quick into character. Ah, brr, roar, drool, roar.
Yep, that's exactly the way
Acid.
it goes.
Roar, aliens, roar.
Mouth tongue thing.
I saw all the alien
Scary.
movies recently, and I'm pretty sure that's how they talk. Roar!
Mouth tongue. Scary, scary. Nom, 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 nom.
Stabby! I'm going to poke your face with my face mouth hole.
Hey, you know how I have this tail?
Yeah.
There's a spiky end on it. Ha ha ha
Ah,
ha.
gross. You should totally spike-a-doodle someone's face.
Watch me do it.
I'm watching.
Spiky, spike.
Yuck. That looks fun. So anyway, Jeffrey didn't call again. I can't believe it. That's so immature.
Best part is nobody can see you playing with the figures as you're doing this.
I can see it, and it's hilarious. If only the internet could see, but alas, they cannot share in the revelry.
Too bad.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go home and play Harvest Moon and Secret of Mana and Make My Bounty and Paper Mario Thousand Door and all my funny friends. What are you gonna do, Wes, for this next week or 5?
Don't
say sleep.
I'm not going to say that.
You seemed like you were gonna say sleep.
I wasn't going to say that.
The last time I asked someone what they were gonna do, they said sleep, and it made me sad.
Well,
Sleep is good.
you know what? I wasn't going to say that. But now you've put the idea into my head.
Oh!
So I'm going to say that I'm going to put up one of these podcasts.
That'd be great. Because I honestly forgot what we talked about again.
Yep.
And I mean
I'll
right
probably,
now.
Probably also try to catch up on some of the comics that I haven't read yet.
Wow.
And
Did you read Assassin's Classroom and Ramen Went Half? And
did you leave the ones that I missed here?
you have like some Ranma.
I have the
books in
Ranma ones,
there.
but not Assassination Classroom.
No,
No,
'cause
they're sitting in
I
my
gave
room
them to
'cause I
Lauren
haven't
to
read it
read.
yet.
And
So guess what? I can't read that one.
what's the latest Assassination Classroom you've read? Number
The one with Victory on it.
that was 11, because 10 was like the sparkly rainbow one. 11 might have been.
Okay, so yeah.
12
well,
was the one with like the little doodads on it, and 13's the latest one, and it was pink with tasty face.
last one I read was probably 11 then.
Okay.
Yeah, I've read the second one, I think. That's about it.
Oh, for God's... But it's so good. Everyone in the world needs to experience all these things all the time, all at once, right now, or otherwise they're missing out, and it makes me sad. That's how everything in the media works.
Yeah.
That's what I heard, and it made me sad.
All right.
So I remain blissfully ignorant forever.
Okay.
Ignorance is what it's all about.